Guys, the new Travis Scott Jordan 1 has people pretty confused. Yeezy brand is in some massive trouble, and sneaker resellers are now switching career paths. Welcome to Sneaky Sundays. As far as the release recap, we haven't really had anything. So I want you to take this opportunity to drop down in the comment section what your latest pickups are. Maybe you found some steals on a sale rack somewhere. I'd love to hear what you guys have been copping. But with that, let's hop straight into the upcoming stuff, and let's kick it off with just a really good looking pair of Zoom VEMERO 5. So these are just dubbed the white and black colorway, nothing too crazy going on, but man, the Zoom VEMERO 5 has been pumping out some really nice colorways, and this is definitely one of them. Now, as of right now, I don't think these have an exact release date. It just says spring 2024, but I guarantee these things will actually sell out when they do drop. Got a new pair of Yeezy slides. Oh wait a minute, that's a Nike swoosh, sorry. It's funny actually, because every time there's a new mixture effect slide that pops up, everybody says it's a Yeezy. The whole Yeezy brand kind of collapsed before we could ever actually see that mixture effect Yeezy slide. Even though it was leaked and rumored, we never actually got it. Either way, this is a brand new Nike Calm slide, and it's not the best. It's really not that comfortable. It doesn't even feel that great on foot sizing wise. So if you did want to pick these things up, just keep in mind you're probably going to be opting for them just because of the design. I don't think the comfortability factor is really that amazing. Either way, both of these colorways, and I'm sure plenty of others, should be dropping this summer. I got some updated official images of the highly anticipated Jordan 3 Craft Ivory. Now, recently we've had some conflicting release dates. Some people are saying March, and some people saying these things are going to be dropping in February. I'm kind of thinking that these things are going to end up dropping in March. It's also worth keeping in mind that we don't usually get conflicting release dates, so this could mean that it's going to drop in a certain region first, maybe EU, and then the US happens after, or vice versa. Either way, we got these official images. They're looking crispy clean. This is just a nice looking 3. It's nothing crazy. It's not a hyped up collab, just a good looking pair. If you wanted a fresh clean pair of 3s for the summertime, I think this is an elite option. We got some more official images, this time of the Nike Air Force 1 Las Vegas. This one is something that I believe the Nike sneakers app leaked a while ago, that these were going to be coming back, and now we got the official images. So you can see you've got the embroidery on the inside of the shoe, which looks pretty dope. You've got the star lace debray. Colorway is loud, some purple, some pink action. As far as release date, it doesn't say anything here, but because we have official images, I would imagine that these things come relatively soon. We also got some brand new detailed images of the upcoming Air Jordan 1 Low OG Shadow colorway, and we've also got a release date. Look at that, we got May the 10th, 2024. These things are looking nice. They are looking pretty damn clean. I'm definitely going to be picking up a pair of these. The leather is looking okay. At least the black leather is looking nice. I can't say much for the gray leather. Not really looking that tumbled, not looking too soft, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I'm pretty fine with what they did with the black toes. That material was fine for me. So yeah, if it's anything like that, we're good. We got another pair of Dunk Lows dropping this month, actually. This is the gray suede pair. Not really giving it a nickname. People probably ran out of nicknames for the freaking Dunk. They have been slamming us straight out the gate here in January. We've got like, 4 different colorways. Added this one, maybe 5, but this is definitely a clean pair to add to the list. A really nice suede swoosh. The color palette is just really nice. It's like gray, somewhat lilac. And then you get hit with a somewhat semi-translucent outsole, which is also a nice little added touch. They're going to be dropping January the 24th. We got another Crocs collaboration, guys. Can you guess with who? Because this one is a little bit strange, but it kind of makes sense. Hello Kitty and Crocs. Now, I say it kind of makes sense because Hello Kitty has done collaborations, I believe, with both Nike and Adidas. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are going to be dropping on the 17th, and they're not actually that wild. I would kind of expect Crocs to go a little bit crazier. These just have like a little bow as a gibbet, and then they're all over white with some like cat whiskers, and that's about it. Okay, this is one that I'm actually super excited about. The Salehe Crocs Pollux Juniper sneaker is going to be dropping springtime 2024. We've got at least one more image to take a look at. I mean, these leaks have been drip fed to us by Salehe. We finally have the best look yet. We can kind of get an idea at the material, which is very strange, by the way. Here's a couple images that we've seen. This is a pair with the box, and then we've got this one, which is literally just a close-up logo, and then we've got the one where it's upside down. You can see the outsole. This latest one is basically of the upper, and you can tell by this image that this pair of shoes is made of the same material that the Crocs is made out of, which does look pretty strange. Like, look how thin it's going to be on the toe box. All of the kind of comfortability aspect seems to be around the ankle area, literally just around the lining. You've got a tiny bit bit of padding and that's it. So I'm not entirely sure how comfortable these things are going to be, because I know that outsole, which if it's the same as what is on the traction that's on the Crocs Pollux, it's not very soft. In fact, it's pretty damn hard. I'm sure we'll get a solid release date. Again, these are spring 2024, so I expect we get a month when they're actually going to be dropping relatively soon. Looks like we're getting another random Jordan 1 silhouette. This one might be a little bit cooler. So this is the Air Jordan 1 Low method of make, and it kind of mimics a luxury handbag. This is pretty interesting because we did take a look at the Jordan 1 High method of make, which was actually a really cool looking pair of Jordan 1s. However, this one definitely seems to take a little bit of a different turn. It's very different to the high top version. These kind of reminded me of the Jacques Mousse J-Force one with like the stitching and then the tiny Nike swoosh. I guess they get the luxury handbag from like the colorway being like Bottega Veneta, and then the stitching and everything looking more premium. The gold Nike swoosh and tongue tag being some kind of luxury aesthetic. People actually might be really interested in these because they do look like a Jordan 1. They just have a slightly more luxury feel to them. So these are going to be dropping summer 2024. Another release that's happening this month that some of you guys wanted to know about, the Nike Air Max 90 Infrared is going to be dropping. This time it's dressed in Gore-Tex, so it's going to be extra waterproof. Perfect for the UK. UK loves Air Maxes. So these look pretty much identical to the regular pair, except you've got Gore-Tex branding and maybe that gray overlay panel is slightly lighter. However, that could just be the images that we're looking at. These are going to be dropping on January the 11th. But our first looks at the upcoming Air Jordan 1 High OG Denim, which is going to be dropping this summertime, and they're looking, well, pretty much exactly how you would imagine a pair of Jordan 1 denims would go. I kind of like the look of them. I think they're alright. You got that Chicago color blocking, but then you also have this kind of, is this Nike Grind? It looks like it's Nike Grind for the outsole. Although, looking at these things now, is this just the early pair, or is this going to happen to these things if you did buy them? Look at this bleeding of the denim color. That does not look good. Even the toe bugs, that could be a big problem. If this is something that actually happens if you try to like clean them up, or even if they're just sat in the box, hopefully this color bleeding is just something with this pair and it's not something that happens to all of them. We've got some more Bad Bunny and Adidas sneakers. These come with full official images and are dropping right around the corner. This first one is at a campus model in deep brown. They're actually looking very, very nice. You know what? I say this almost every time we get another Bad Bunny campus, but this might be the nicest colorway. I think it's such a clean silhouette, and for the price tag, if you get these things for retail price, you're getting a bang for your buck. So yeah, no exact release date for these, but it's a solid pair to pick up. Sticking with Bad Bunny, we've got another Adidas Response CL in the Wonder White colorway. I saw these things and I was like, haven't we already had them? I feel like we've had this colorway before. So apparently these are already available in the Philippines. However, they're gonna have a global release sometime later down the line this year. I expect very soon, but we don't have anything specific. This is one I wanted to mention. A brand new Ishod Wair Nike SB2 is going to be dropping. This is an Air Max model. So these things look really, really cool. We've got two different colorways that are going to be dropping on the 19th. You've got like this little see-through portion in the mid panel where you can just see through to the sneaker with the meshing. This red colorway might be my favorite, although I do like the navy that's on this one and that freaking Nike swoosh, which is looking wild. All right, let's get into this Travis Scott news. We've got a couple stories to get through, but let's kick it off with some brand new looks at the upcoming Black Olive Jordan 1 Low. So these are going to be dropping this fall, I believe. We were a little bit up in the air just because the last person had them so freaking early. I was a little bit skeptical, but it seems like there's multiple pairs of these things out in the wild. People are loving these things, man, because they're so close to the first dark mocha pair, the original Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott. It's just a slight change in color from the dark brown to a dark green. It looks sick on foot. It's a nice colorway. No, it's nothing new. But listen, you wanted something new? How about this next story, huh? You want these things? That's right, because the second colorway that's going to be dropping, everybody who was like, oh, we got the same thing on the other one, well, we'll buy these then. I'm sure most people are going to be buying them anyway. This is a very surprising colorway from Travis Scott. This is the Jordan 1 Low Canary Yellow. When this colorway was announced, we were seeing some different mock-ups, some with the black Nike swoosh, and I was like, that's cool, you know, I could do the black Nike swoosh, but then they threw the blue one on here, and I was like, damn, we got the Laney freaking Travis Scott. And then to top it all off, we've got a gum outsole as well. Some of the extra laces are pretty wild as well. I definitely wouldn't throw the red laces on here, or the blue, even, to be fair. It's just a little bit striking. I think the yellow is probably the best. Look, in all honesty, maybe this is what people want. Maybe they want something a little little bit different. You'll be getting a lot of earth tones, a lot of browns, a lot of greens. It is actually inspired by, I believe, his high school. These are going to be dropping during the summertime. I guess it's a summer colorway. Do you like them? Do you like this little change up for Travis Scott, or are you not a fan? We also got some brand new crispy images of the upcoming Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack. This new silhouette, I think, is going to be the most popular. We've got a couple different versions, which we will speak about in a minute, but this one I think is going to do pretty well. These things should be dropping relatively soon, within, I believe, maybe the first, second quarter. We've got a lot of different colorways of these things. This is just like the first one. It's kind of like a reverse mocha type colorway. Either way, would love to know your thoughts. We've got some nice shots over here making them look real good. Damn, I like these things. Now, final Travis Scott story. This one is pretty crazy. We got a first look at a new silhouette that Travis Scott is working on. Take a look at these things. This is called the Sharkadon. This new silhouette came about because Travis Scott gave away this pair of shoes off of his feet to a fan. We've seen Travis Scott do this in the past with, I believe, a Jordan 1 Utopia sample or friends and family pair, and we spoke about this, but those things sold for like 6, 7, or like maybe was it even 10K? This pair, considering it's something that we haven't seen before, it's literally a one-of-one sample, I imagine they're going to fetch a lot more if he does sell them. However, Travis Scott did tell the guy, don't sell my shoes because it's my favorite pair. Don't sell. I believe Complex like hit this guy up straight away and was like, yo, can you send us some pictures of the things? So he did. He sent some very detailed images. You can see the midsole, you can see the material. Not my favorite colorway, but it's, you know, it's not bad. Let me know what you think of this Sharkadon model. Do you prefer it to the Jumpman Jack, or do you prefer those? This one is just obscenely early, but we've got our first looks at the Adidas Harden Volume 9 already. These don't really like fall too far from the 8s. However, I think these things look way cooler. Either way, I wanted to show you this because we just got these looks, but again, this is 2025, so yeah, we're not going to spend too much time. The Adidas Lawsuit returns in 2024. This is them, not an actual lawsuit. So apparently these first released back in 2013. However, they're going to be bringing back two different colorways, a black and a tan one, and this is them over here. Nothing too crazy, but it does kind of look like a pretty decent sneaker model, so I just wanted to let you guys know. We got some brand new looks at the J Balvin Jordan 3, and this is just funny, so I wanted to include it. But this is the image over here. Now, this pair of shoes, just to clarify, is going to be dropping this summer, and this image was leaked by J Balvin himself. So why the hell does this look photoshopped? Like, what the hell is this picture? It's like you just, I don't know, went into Photoshop and just dimmed everything down, or even took like a coloring tool and just colored a normal J Balvin Jordan 3 and just made it black. Like, it's actually pretty weird. We do have some better images, which was when J Balvin wore them to a basketball game and we saw them on foot, and this gives us a better image idea of what they look like. I mean, the weird thing is, like, I wonder if he did that on purpose, just kind of blacked it out, even though we've got like 4K images already online. So why are you sharing such a crazy image? I wanted to add this one in because these things are becoming a bit of an anticipated release for me personally. So this is the Adidas Wonder Runner. As we've spoke about in the past, there's going to be a pro model and a regular model. This is the regular one. Now, it's super chunky, it's super futuristic. Apparently they're going to be insanely comfortable, and I just really like the way that these things look. I will say this colorway looks a lot like I think it's the Sunders, the Nike Sunders. Either way, the Adidas Wonder Runner looks cool. I'm definitely going to be after these things, but we don't have a specific release date, so as soon as we do, I'll let you know. All right, let's talk about this Yeezy news. It's pretty wild, and we don't have too much information on it, but Yeezy apparently owes $1 million in taxes to the state of California. So just as this man starts coming back with new clothing, new shoes, new Yeezy slides, and an upcoming album, which is probably never gonna drop, let's be honest, we found out that he owes $1 million in taxes, which is pretty massive. So apparently this is a mixture of both property tax, but also there's 4 different tax claims against Yeezy brand as a business. So basically they're just filed because there's a bunch of unpaid business tax, and I don't know why it's unpaid. Like, what's going on? Again, there's not too much to this story or how much it actually affects Kanye and the brand, but it definitely doesn't bode well for his return. All right, let's talk about these freaking cups, man. These Stanley cups. If you guys have been bumping around online recently, you know that the Stanley cups have been causing an absolute chaos. Here's the first story. We got Stanley cups listed on StockX for over $1,000. That's pretty insane. Now, this was 4 days ago. This one was $1,000. So I don't know how clued up. You probably know the whole story, but basically Stanley cups have been a massive trend. They just did a collaboration with Starbucks, and all we had going around online was just videos of people going crazy, starting like freaking stampedes in Target, running towards these cups, trying to grab as many as they can and dip. We had videos of like the lines, people camping out for these things. We've even got this guy who freaking literally jumped a queue and then hopped over the Starbucks counter, grabbed a bunch of them in a box, and then just tried to bolt it towards the door and just steal them. I don't know if people are just doing the Lord's work and tackling this guy, but he gets taken down to the ground. I think one of the funniest parts about this entire video, you see him slowly walking out of the store, making it out with one singular cup, and he feels good about himself. He made it outside. And he's just got one pink cup. This man just got tackled by security and he walks out like with this freaking pink cup in his hand, feeling happy. I don't know how much they're in fact, let's quickly have a look on StockX. How much of these things are reselling for? Holy shit. Okay, almost $400 is the latest price on these things. The price just keeps going up. That is insane. Someone paid almost $400 for a pink cup. So any resellers, let me know down in the comment section if you're gonna quit reselling Uggs and Panda Dunks and then hop over to these Stanleys. That seems where the money's at. But that's the final story. That's it for this week's Sneaky Sundays. I'll catch you guys next week.